Green Day band from Oakland. Question everything. Break the rules.
Within a couple of years, you'll have a hell of a story to tell.
We're Green Day, rock and roll band from Oakland.
Three ragtag musicians from the Bay Area. It is simply known as home.
We live in Oakland. Hey, we're from Oaktown. We're definitely our inferior, you know.
And shut your vagina. Oakland rules.
So when you're not working, what do you like to do?
Fiddle about. Fiddle about.
He likes, I don't know. What do we like?
Same thing as you. Hold little mic.
I don't know. Have as
So
much
you like
fun
animals?
as we possibly can.
You like snakes?
We like to hang
So
out
as-
in places too long.
Win awards and shit.
We're kind of like a park bench, you know? Everyone's had their ass on our head.
You must be like, what, 45? You, in the middle, you're probably about 60. And you see, you're wearing shorts. Who the f wears shorts? It's the middle of winter. You know, you look like a 12-year-old schoolboy. Hey, that's cool. What are you doing, Grandpa? Stop it. You remind me of uncles, basically, embarrassing uncles.
I know, because I stuck my head up my butt and took a look.
I would say that the food that I most miss on the road is good, fresh sushi. You can only get it in a few ports. Condoms are for sailors. Well, they should, those filthy buggers. They go from port to port.
What kind of job would you do if you were not a drummer?
I'd probably be a burglar. I'd burgle people.
In spare time, aside from music, do you have any hobbies, arts and crafts type thing?
I've been putting together sort of home movies, home videos on my computer. I got a computer for the first time ever.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've joined the human race.
Welcome to the electronic age.
Yeah.
So it's like either they'll come up and they'll be like, you know, you are, you know, my favorite band, and you know, it's like you've really inspired me and my other band members to want to, you know, play music or whatever. And then there's those bands that you're like sitting around town, like, you know, what's up, you know, and you're like, hey, what's up, you know, and you're, so all of a sudden you start, maybe you have it, I'm like, you want to have a drink? And yeah, sure, I'll have a drink. You want another drink? Yeah, sure. Okay, now you're keeping up with me now. Want a third? Okay, let's go. And then all of a sudden, by like about 4 o'clock in the morning, they're going, I f***ing love your band, man. You guys are so awesome. You made me, I'm out leaving now. Yeah. You need to throw up. About $10,000 to $12,000. Just pay us, and we'll write a song about you.
That only merits either a Mike or a Trace. It's much more for a Billy song. That was just, you know, I don't know, you got to get in this guy's head somehow in a good way. It's all going to come out of here somewhere, I don't think.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's
Where's Julia?
I think it's about, I don't know, whatever. You write about the things that piss you off.
I'm not a part of a redneck agenda.
Things that, you know, that make you, I don't know, want to have sex to...
Mary Noah.
Well, what? Make you want to fall in love. If those are different people, different scenarios and situations, so...
Brad Pitt.
Well, what? Sorry. Yes, he did say that out loud.
We're stoked. You know, I mean, it's been a really incredible time, actually.
You know, Grammys, several million albums sold, billions and billions served.
They give our records out with Happy Meals now.
What have you taken away from that? What have you learned?
Michael Jackson is dangerous.
Around your young son. If he just came out and was like, I'm a freak, motherfucker, let's get it on, you know? If he came out and he was just badass like that, I'd be, dude, I'm down.
Mike and Billy Joe are here, but we can't find Trey. We're like, that's hilarious. That's great.
Yeah, well, I guess we can't find him either, so.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, he's around somewhere.
That's his excuse.
That's what
So, you guys are pretty crazy, right? I mean, like, how would you describe yourselves?
You know, I mean, there are 3 guys that like to play pop punk music that get naked on stage. What's not to like?
And you have a tremendous amount of noise for a man so petite.
I like to keep my girlish figure. I just think rock has become so boring. We want to make it not boring anymore. I think that right now, popular music is probably the worst it's ever been in history.
I'm stuck on suck. What happened? I can't get off the suck. Get it off suck!
Now, recently there's a big flap about a billboard up at the Marriott that you guys are going to put up the album art, but they didn't want to do it. What's the story?
I guess IFC channel, Independent Film Channel, is using Jesus Suburbia for their theme song for the year, or promos and things like that. And they're having fun with it, putting it to all these little cool clips and stuff. And so they put up a big copy of our album cover and wrote, IFC, Green Day, whatever up there, and they're going to put a big billboard up, and Marriott wouldn't let them. So they doubled the size of it and put it right next door.
Yeah, they didn't want to have anything to do with our band, our politics, and the image that I guess they considered to be pornographic.
Yeah. Okay.
Or offensive.
Or offensive. And that's going to be up at
So thanks, Marriott.
Yeah, thanks, Marriott.
Yeah. So now it's bigger on like the other.
It's bigger up on the
You're
W.
making rock and roll more dangerous than ever.
Yeah.
Right up at Times Square, the W took it. So there you go. Well done. Good. And the W, that's just a block away. So there you go. So,
read between the lines. Read between the lines.
Yeah. Or as my mom would say to my.
Read between the W.
That's hilarious. So punk rock fans, remember, book your rooms wisely. Marriott doesn't like Green Day. So that. And make sure you unpack at the W before you go there, and make sure the sheets aren't used.
Yeah. I mean, lose the big shoes and the shorts and the Hurley T-shirts, and it's like look like a man for once,
Who do you think is the most influential band at the moment in punk rock?
Us, duh.
Of course. Yeah. I mean.
You guys think punk is dead?
Well, I knew Punk. He was a close personal friend of mine. And he may be dead, but he lives on within all of us.
Smoke cigarettes, stay warm, goddammit.
Punk rock is always going to exist in small factions. The only people who really know it are the people who are going to be there and see it firsthand.
Punk is dead to anybody that didn't get it to begin with, so the hell with it.
The time you dreamt that you pissed in your suitcase?
I had a dream. I dreamed I pissed in my suitcase one time. I woke up in the morning and I had urine inside my suitcase. That's what happens when you go to Ireland and 12 pints of Guinness later.
I was obsessed with wanting to fly. And I would just always go to sleep and always constantly dream about flying. Anytime I wanted to go to bed and think about flying, I could just dream about flying.
All you need is a cocktail of like ketamine, ecstasy, and acid, and you'll fly just fine.
Acid agreed with me way too good when I was a kid. Bad stuff. Stay off of it, kids. Sniff glue.
The Used would take it away out on Taste of Chaos. Now, Bert told us that they're planning. Hello, mother. They're planning.
Like Mariah Carey when she was like really down and stuff like that. I mean, who cares?
There's something about.
I don't want to. Other people have their own problems. That, why do I want to deal with her because she put out a crappy movie? I mean, go to hell.
Aquaman was total horseshit. It's like, hey, he's like, fish, you guys see any crime? Hi, Aquaman! Not a lot of crime happens underwater.
Everyone sounds like Cher. You notice that? Can you take me? And then there's, who else does that voice? Who does, the guy from, what's that, Nickelback?
Forehand and you are hard worth breaking.
What's that?
And there's the other guy.
A lot of people think that when I sing, I go, and I don't do that.
It's been a while, and it's been a while.
You ought to be collecting some checks, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It's like everybody is like bum rushing on her fucking vibe, man. What's up?
Man, I'm gonna get a tattoo on my ass and wear some fishnets.
Nice.
Sweet.
There's Creed. There's Stained. There's Nickelback.
It was better when there was a million versions of you.
We're lucky that we were able to play music for the rest of our lives.
We've also been really lucky, too, that we're able to make a career out of it and be around as long as we have and stay relevant.
We still get off on being in Green Day, and we're just going to keep going, moving forward.